Now, General Electric, in partnership with Protec, is investing $2.5 million to help aspiring engineers. The aim is to increase the diversity of young people in the sector. Through the initiative, thousands of teens who want to become engineers will receive first-hand experience in the industry and receive financial assistance as well for their studies. To tell us more about this project, I'm joined by Balan Moodley, who's the Chief Executive of Protec. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Balan. And it's a huge achievement that you're able to create a partnership that opens up this opportunity to young people venturing into this particular sector. But before we get into those details, just talk us through the uptake of the engineering as a skill, as a preferred skill by young people. Is it something that's particularly attractive at all?
I think yes and no. Yeah. You know, the situation is that young people, because of their results in school, the bachelor pass rate, as you would know, is around 37%. So there's a limited number of learners, firstly, acquiring the necessary results in order to progress into higher education. Now, of that, there's even a lower percentage that pursue engineering careers or STEM careers. Just if one looks at the uptake of pure maths in the FET phase, between grade 10 and 12, it's almost a third of the learners doing, pure maths as versus maths literacy. So there again, fewer learners are embarking upon the subjects or the gateway subjects into STEM careers.
Right. Now, talk us through this particular project. The partnership, we understand, is about a 5-year partnership. And just talk us through how exactly you've envisioned that it will work.
Well, the partnership is with General Electric Foundation and through their global partner, FHI 360. So Protec has been awarded the tender for South Africa. So we are the implementation partner in South Africa. So there are 3 components to the Next Engineers program. The first one is the engineering discovery, which is targeting grade 8 learners. And these learners will go through, understanding engineering. So they look at demonstrations, talk to engineers, and many of them are working for General Electric. So they are volunteering and just to promote engineering amongst these grade 8 learners. The second phase is targeting the grade 9 learners, which is the engineering camp. And this is more, directed into engineering projects. So these learners will be undertaking certain projects within the camp. And then the final cohort is targeting grade 10 learners, and there are 50 learners per year, and they will go through a more intense and rigorous program where they've got to do 4 engineering projects during each of the years in the program. Now, this program, the engineering discovery, is targeting 500 grade 8 learners and for a period of 5 years. So that we're looking at about 2,500 learners. In the engineering camp, it's 200 learners for 4 years. That's 800 learners. And then in the engineering academy, there are 50 learners per year, and they will remain in the program for 3 years between grade 10 and 12. And so it's 150 learners. Now, those that finish the engineering academy will also, and embark on the engineering discipline, will also receive, funding from the foundation for their higher education.
Yeah, and that was going to be my next question in regards to the investment and how it's divided. Is it just going to the funding to the students, or is some of it being spent on resources, the teaching, the technology, I assume, will be needed, and just other resources that these teens will need to make sure that they understand the scope of engineering holistically?
Yes, apart from the component which is directly devoted to the learners, which is the scholarships and so forth. The bulk of the cost is for the tutoring of these learners, together with the resources required in terms of these demonstrations and their project activities. Now, we've partnered in South Africa with two entities, one being Wits University. So the engineering camp and the academy will be undertaken at Wits University because they've got all the resources in terms of the laboratories and the teaching assistants required to deliver this program. We've got a second, supplier in the form of Kutitiba, which is a non-profit organization that deals with some of the softer skills, and the life skills necessary for these learners. Also, in terms of their career development. So, there's various aspects to the programs, and like I said, it's mainly devoted to the teaching and the resources required for all the demonstrations and the activities that the learners will undertake.
Thank you very much, Balan Moodley there, who's the Chief Executive of Protec, talking to us about a partnership which has an investment of over $2 million to assist aspiring engineers.